Hi there. It's been a long while since I have come in live. Not to say that I haven't been busy. For those of you that have followed me, I thank you so much for all of your warm wishes with the birth of the baby. It all actually started a week before that with my birthday. I was really just, birthdays are tough for some of us. I'm one of those people that they're a little tough for, but a little bit harder this year because I am not with my kids. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for the birthday wishes. And then last week when my grandson was born and I traveled to Cleveland, I want to share that I was scheduled to do a health talk on Tuesday, which turned out to be the day that I was traveling back from Cleveland, which worked out okay because instead of doing the PowerPoint, using the PowerPoint during my presentation, and this is something that I do annually. Our local Chabad Friendship Circle really does a spectacular event every year. Normally it is a spa day in a beautiful backyard with a beautiful pool with all kinds of fun things happening throughout the day. So I've done this talk before, and obviously I change it up a little bit from year to year. And this year, everybody felt that with people maybe being home a lot and not practicing the healthiest of habits, it was suggested that I do kind of like a cooking or a demo or whatever. But I knew that I can give more value if I just share and show pictures in a PowerPoint. So I prepared most of a PowerPoint and then realized that I was going to be on the road. So I abandoned finishing that for a bit. And I ended up doing it from a rest stop on the road, which worked out beautifully. But I had promised everybody that because I couldn't share the photos, I would prepare a PDF and email it to anybody who wants it. So I put a little bit more work in to convert the PowerPoint into something that is shareable that would make sense. Disclaimer, I am not a recipe developer. I am not a food blogger. I'm not even a good food photographer. But I do have an extreme passion for sharing health. 9 years ago, I started my health journey, which has led me pretty much to where I am today as a health coach and really just a guide for people who want to take control of their health in some way. For many people, it's weight loss, but I have to share, weight loss for me was just the beginning of the process. It was almost like a trigger switch that encouraged me, that started, and once I got that, I was encouraged to really start taking care of myself better, sleep better, move more. We'll talk about that another day because that's a big challenge for me. Just eat better, but keeping it really simple. Most of the time I do cook for one. Zev does live with me and he's amazing, but he's on a highly specialized diet. So he and I do not eat the same. Some things are like the same, but it's prepared differently. So I keep it so simple because I want it to be a no-brainer to eat healthy. No-brainer. It's got to be so simple. And again, with COVID, I haven't had company in a long time. I miss my kids terribly. You know that, guys. I have not entertained. I have barely been a guest because my extreme passion is to keep Zev very, very safe. We are very, very careful. With that said, I have been really cooking for Zev and then basically for many months, including the holidays. So I pretty much think that I've nailed it. I keep it simple. I didn't even know this was a thing, but there is a thing called sheet pan cooking, which is just, I take my protein, basically meat, chicken, or fish for the most part, mostly fish and chicken, meat sometimes. Take a vegetable that I like to roast, put them on a flat tray, usually I cover it with foil because I hate cleanup almost more than I hate fussing about cooking, but I cannot stand the cleanup. And then when I'm really feeling, like it's gonna cook for longer, or obviously it's not so healthy to eat off of foil, I will sometimes cover it with parchment. But again, foil, then parchment. Spray it all down with either cooking spray, olive oil spray, or in a Evo bottle, those orange bottles, I'll put avocado oil. Bottom line is, I cook almost all my food the same way, but it's different food, it's different vegetables, it's different proteins, it's different seasonings. Throw it in the oven, and pretty much the protein decides how long I'm going to cook my vegetables. And by vegetables, it could be, I love baby bella mushrooms, asparagus, string beans, then the usual peppers, onions, cabbage. The squashes when they're available, my most favorite, which is the delicata squash. And just roast it. And like I said, the protein being done pretty much determines how long the vegetables cook. Now, if by some chance they're not completely cooked, I'll take the protein off, wrap it up, and let the vegetables continue to roast. Anyway, why am I sharing all this with you right now? Because I do have a shareable PDF, which I can email you happily. All you have to do is ask me for it and private message me. Don't drop your email on Facebook comments, but private message me and let me know if you want it. And in addition, anybody who's cool or interested, or you want just your own personal health tips, or asking about challenges that you personally face, because I have been answering a number of those questions since the presentation last Tuesday, just reach out, message me. I will be happy to just have what I call a health conversation to help you move your health forward in any way that's comfortable for you. Again, for many, it starts with weight loss, but I'm going to repeat, weight loss so often is just the beginning. It encourages us to take care of ourselves, and then encourages us to take care of ourselves even more and more and more. So I leave you with that thought. It is there for you. Just send me a message, and if you want to have a conversation, reach out. No pressure, no fuss, and you will walk away with some good health tips. Have a great day. Enjoy the weather. This is my weather. This is my weather. Air and no sweating. Have a great day, and thank you for listening.